hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
I'm Carolyn, this is my friend Shalene, and we're from Colchester.
Couple number two.
My name's Nathan, this is my brother Joe, and we're from Guildford.
Couple number three.
I'm Chris, this is my sister Kayla, and we're from Cheltenham.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm James, and this is my mother Alison, and we are from Hale in Cornwall.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He's expecting fireworks tonight, mainly because his car boot is full of fireworks. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya.
Hey, everybody.
Hiya. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Now, we've given away the jackpot 2 shows in a row, haven't we?
Yeah.
We gave away £7,750 a couple of shows ago, and last show gave away £1,500, 500 of which came from Shalene and Carolyn.
I know.
With their 2 pointless answers, one in regular play and one in our bonus round. Seems a shame to give that to somebody else, but Chris and Angie walked away with it, I'm afraid. But they said to say thank you.
No, they didn't. They didn't. They laughed. They cackled as they left the studio.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They were charm itself.
They were lovely. They
Yeah,
really
were very lovely.
Very nice indeed.
Welcome to 3 new pairs. Lovely to have you along playing Pointless. Are we going to have 3 jackpot wins in a row? Does happen.
Yeah.
What's the jackpot at the moment? I imagine.
Well, isn't
given
it?
I imagine it's massive.
We've wiped the slate clean.
Whoa.
We've wiped the slate clean because they
So what
won.
is it? £200?
No.
What is it?
Oh, it's
£400?
way up. Up.
Tell me.
Chris and Angie, obviously, I'm not going to repeat him. We're going to start off with a jackpot of, see if you can guess. All right, I'll tell you, £1,000.
Whoa.
There we are. Yeah, I know.
That's more than I thought. I honestly thought it was going to be about 150 quid.
Yeah, there you
This
are.
is
It's gone up.
crazy.
I know, it's a lot of money.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. Imagine if you found that down the back of the sofa. Exciting. Exciting. OK, right, if everyone's ready, I assume you are. Let's play Pointless. As always, it will be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that will be eliminated. So all you have to remember. Best of luck. Our first category this afternoon is world history. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. There we go, and our world history question concerns H's in history. Richard.
Yep, I'm going to show you 7 historical clues on each pass. All the answers begin with H.
What about that?
Yeah.
I can think of 3 straight off the bat. Straight off the bat.
I'm going to think of 1.
OK.
Oh, no,
I've got 4 now. Literally, they're coming at me like iron filings to a magnet.
I've got 9.
OK, nice. Right, so we are looking for the answers to these. They all begin with H. First board of 7. Palace west of London, given to Henry VIII by Cardinal Wolsey in the 1520s. Surname of the captain of Horatio Nelson's flagship, HMS Victory, at the Battle of Trafalgar. Pacific Island group that became the 50th state of the US in 1959. Regnal name of the 225th and last emperor of Ethiopia, who reigned from 1930 to 1974. Nickname of the 14th century rebel Henry Percy and part of the name of a North London football club. Port city in Cuba, where the sinking of USS Maine led to the Spanish-American War of 1898, and the Chinese territory leased to the UK in 1898 and returned to China in 1997. I'll read those again. Palace west of London, given to Henry VIII by Cardinal Wolsey in the 1520s. Surname of the captain of Horatio Nelson's flagship, HMS Victory, at the Battle of Trafalgar. Pacific Island group that became the 50th state of the US in 1959. Regnal name of the 225th and last emperor of Ethiopia, who reigned from 1930 to 1974. Nickname of the 14th century rebel Henry Percy and part of the name of a North London football club. Port city in Cuba, where the sinking of USS Maine led to the Spanish-American War of 1898, and the Chinese territory leased to the UK in 1898 and returned to China in 1997. Shalene!
Hello.
I've remembered how to pronounce your name.
Thanks.
Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself.
Live in Colchester, work at Essex Police, and I volunteer at the Essex Police Museum in my spare time.
What's the prize display at the Essex Police Museum?
We have so much. It's a very small museum, but
Yeah.
full of amazing things. We have some very old truncheons. We have dressing up for children. World War I, World War II. We cover all areas of Essex policing history.
All areas of Essex Police.
They got criminals in like kind of display boxes.
We do have a fake Victorian cell, so yeah, we do actually have a criminal.
Really?
Very nice. OK, now, what are you going to go for? They all begin with H, remember.
I know a few, and I'm trying to think if I really know the fifth one down. And I don't know whether to go for it or not. I'm going to go for it, I'm sorry. I think it's, like, as in Tottenham Hotspur. Hotspur.
Hotspur. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hotspur. Hotspur is right. Not bad at all, Shalene. Look at that, down to 30. Gets us off to a cracking start. 30 for Hotspur.
Yeah, his fame rests to a large extent on being a character in the Shakespeare play Henry IV. But he was a rebel against Henry IV. And he inspired the name Tottenham Hotspur and its emblem, the fighting cock.
There we are. Joe.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm Joe, as you already know. I work at a board game cafe in Guildford.
A board game cafe.
Games, yep.
Now we're on to something. I think you're the first board game cafe worker we've had.
Great, we got two at the same time now.
Look at that. Well, you do it together.
Yes, we're
with your
brothers
brother.
and colleagues.
Do you run the... Is it your shop?
No, we don't own the place. No, we're co-assistant managers, but we don't own it.
I own all the board game cafes in England. I've got a monopoly. Thanks. You can,
You can have that.
It's pretty good.
The only thing is, I've just got to ask you this. If you're running a cafe, like there are some cafes where people just come and they have one cup of coffee and they sit there for 5 hours and use all the broadband.
No, we're not that sort of place. People don't do that. They come to play the games. And
I know, but how do you get rid of them?
we basically sell 3-hour periods that you play in.
Oh, I see.
There's a small fee to rent
Oh, I
the
see,
table
well,
for
that's
3
fine.
hours.
In that case, it's
They
fine.
know when the time's up,
Yeah.
and they politely leave most of the time.
OK, that's good. Joe, what are you
Yes.
going to go for on our board of things beginning with H?
World history is not something I'm too confident on. I know the sort of easier ones, just trying to work out which one would give the lowest score. I'm going to go for the bottom one, Chinese territory as Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, says Joe. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hong Kong. Hong Kong is right. 30 is the only score we have. 79 is what you get for Hong Kong.
Yeah, well played, Hong Kong.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Chris, welcome to Pointless.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Chris.
I'm, work-wise, I'm a national manager for a warranty and insurance in the motor industry. Socially, I've got 2 young children as well as older children, so I spend a lot of my time stood at the bottom of bouncy slides holding shoes.
There'll be a time when you miss it, Chris. So then, Chris, how do you like our board of historical things?
Again, like Joe, world history's not my thing, but I think I've got one, just fingers crossed. The port city in Cuba, Havana.
Havana, says Chris. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Havana. Havana is right. 79 is the high score, which you whizzed past. 30 is the lowest score. There you are on 48.
Very well played. Have you ever been to Havana? I've never been. It's supposed to be lovely. Is it nice?
It is lovely. It is. And they have...
Maybe I'll go.
I think you should. I think you should.
Yeah, I won't go just yet. I'll do the rest of the show. But
the rest of the
straight
show.
after the show.
I should, yeah.
And I'll be back for...
You're back for tomorrow.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Havana's fun, though. I mean, everything's sort of frozen in the 50s. The cars are those huge, great cars that look like Wurlitzers.
Oh, lovely. I'd love that.
Massive, great, bungee leather seats.
It's like Venice, where everything is frozen in the sort of 17th and 18th centuries. But 1950s is a good time to be frozen.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Richard. James,
Hello.
welcome to Point. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I am a student. I am studying travel and tourism.
That sounds fun. How long have you been doing it for?
I've literally only just started for a few weeks. I'm doing it for a year, but I plan to go on to do another year after that.
OK, well, that's fun. Take it 1 year at a time.
Yeah.
Now then, James, look at this. Lucky you. You've got 4 answers left. Do you feel like talking us through them?
As much as I want to, unfortunately, I can't do that. I only know 3 on there, 2 of which have already been taken. But it's the Pacific Island group that became the 50th state in the US is Hawaii.
Hawaii, says James. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Hawaii. Hawaii is right. 80, there we are. 80 for Hawaii.
Let's fill in the rest of this board, shall we? The Palace West of London.
Hampton Court.
Hampton Court. That would have scored 37. The surname of the captain?
Hardy.
Hardy, as in Kiss Me Hardy. Yeah. 36. And the regnal name of the Ethiopian emperor?
What, Haile Selassie? I don't know the regnal. Oh, regnal
no, you just
name.
need the name.
Oh, Haile Selassie.
Haile Selassie,
OK.
yeah. Very well done.
Okay.
25 points for that. So that is the best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 80 is the highest score, but just behind you on 79 are Joe and Nathan there. And then 30, the best. So Shalene, very well done indeed. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more historical clues up on the board. All these answers, remember, begin with H. Here they come. We have got the Carthaginian general who led a force including elephants across the Alps against Rome in 218 BC. First century Roman defensive fortification running from the Solway Firth to the River Tyne. Texas City, location of mission control for the Apollo space flights. Surname of the English physician, 1578-1657, discoverer of the circulation of the blood. European city that hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 1952. British royal house of monarchs from George I to Victoria. The battle in 1066 at which William the Conqueror defeated Harold Godwinson. Let me read those again. The Carthaginian general who led a force including elephants across the Alps against Rome in 218 BC. First century Roman defensive fortification running from the Solway Firth to the River Tyne. Texas City, location of mission control for the Apollo space flights. Surname of the English physician, 1578-1657, discoverer of the circulation of the blood. European city that hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 1952. British royal house of monarchs from George I to Victoria. And the battle in 1066 at which William the Conqueror defeated Harold Godwinson. There we are. Alison, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I work for an engineering company which is based in Hale, and we manufacture boring tools.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure they're very exciting.
Tools for boring holes.
So what are the tips of these things made of? They have to be made of something very, very exciting.
Steel. They're mostly made from steel. Could be aluminium.
Right.
See, I had a company trying to do exactly that, which, where all the tips were all made of meringue.
That'd be nice.
It didn't work. So weird, isn't it?
That's disappointing. Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Alison, brand new board for you here. What are you going to go for?
There's a couple on there I'm pretty sure I know. But I think I will go for the second one down and say Hadrian's Wall.
Hadrian's Wall, says Alison. No red line for you, you're the high scorers, but let's see how many of our 100 said Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall is right. That's a good answer. Down he goes to 54, taking your total up to 134.
The initial construction took 6 years. It was only supposed to take 2 months, but they couldn't. They just couldn't get the parts, and it'd run out of grouting. Yeah.
Oh well, they got it done though. It's pretty good. Thank you very much. So, Kayla, welcome.
Hello.
Tell us all about yourself, Kayla.
I am from Cheltenham and I am a neighbourhood courier.
How do you like that? What sort of things do you curry?
Lots of local parcels, so I see the same people most days. Deliver from my car, and there's somebody in the area that has a very similar car, and she's waved to all the time, and they don't understand why she doesn't wave back, nor give them a parcel.
Look at that. Well, that's fun.
I've not heard of that job before.
No, all right. Are any of them urgent parcels? Do you
Yes, yeah, we get lots of next day parcels.
I see, but nothing organs for transplant or anything like that. It's not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, it's not that urgent.
No, it's just clothing or stuff from online shops.
Very nice indeed. Okay, now you're on 48, which means if you can score 85 or less, you're through to the next round.
There's a few on there I know, but I used to live in this city for 5 years, so I am going to go for the Texas city and say Houston.
Houston, says Kayla. Here is your red line. It's quite high. Let's see if you can get below that with Houston. Very well done. Oh, look at that, 83. Good enough. That's what you call economy. 131 is your total.
Yeah, the most populous city in Texas. Not the capital of Texas, that's Austin, but the most populous city. Named after the first elected leader of Texas, Sam Houston.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Nathan.
Hello.
Welcome. I already know what you do.
Exactly.
But still, I'm going to throw it over to you. Tell us stuff. Tell us things.
Well, I also do lots of board games. Teaching board games is pretty good fun to have as a job.
What are the complicated ones you have to teach?
There are some very complicated ones that take a good hour just to explain it, and then a couple of hours to play.
What's that?
Games like Scythe or Eclipse or Terraforming Mars, all very complicated, spacey, fighting type games.
Wow. But presumably you still also have Buckaroo, please.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, phew.
Hungry Hippos is the most popular one that we have.
Yeah, well, of course.
Lots of the classics come out a lot. We like to push the more obscure things, but whatever the customers want.
OK, well, listen, plenty more, obviously, to talk about here. Nathan, you're on 79. 54 or less gets you into the next round. What are the answers to these history clues? They all begin with an H.
Yeah, I was hoping that Alison wouldn't do so well to make my life a little bit easier, but I'm going to have to take a little bit of a punt. I think I can get a low score with the British Royal House of Monarchs, which I think is Hanover.
OK, Hanover is what you are going to go for, Nathan. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Hanover? Let's find out. It's right. Yep, you've done it. Very well done indeed. Again, good economy. There we are. 47, taking your total up to 126.
Yeah, George I was the first of the Hanover monarchs. He was fairly unpopular because he spoke no English. Because they're Germans.
They're Germans, of course. Yeah.
As are most of our royals, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Carolyn.
Hello.
You are most welcome back on Pointless, our only returning pair. Look at that. Remind us all about yourself, Carolyn.
I'm from Colchester. I work with Shalene.
Do you have a hand in the museum as well?
No, I don't.
No,
actually.
didn't sign up for the museum. That will be remembered when it comes to the review. Now, Carolyn, great news. You are through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score.
Okay.
You will get through. Do you feel like talking us through this board?
OK, so the Carthaginian general is Hannibal. Not sure about the physician. Possibly something to do with haemoglobin, but I don't know. I'm thinking the European city might be Hamburg, and 1066 is Hastings. Do I risk? I'll go for Hamburg, for the European city.
OK, why not? Take a punt. Hamburg. No red line, you're already through. How many people said Hamburg? Is it right? No, not Hamburg. Couldn't matter less, though. Takes your total up to 130, but you're through.
Yeah, not Hamburg. Do you know the European city?
I'm trying to think of any other. I mean, I can think of Helsinki, but that doesn't seem like a likely...
Well, you can go for Helsinki if you want. Are you going for Helsinki?
Yes.
It's the correct answer.
Is it really?
Well done. Yeah,
there you go. Right.
How about that? 34 points. Nicely done. The Carthaginian general, you're quite right, was Hannibal. That's the first one I thought of when we had H's in history. 57 for that. The surname of the English physician?
I can't think of that one.
Harvey. Haemoglobin Harvey was his full name. No, William Harvey. That would have scored you 5 points. And the Battle
of Hastings.
And unsurprisingly, it's a big score at 85. So Harvey, best answer up there.
Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, the pair we have to send home with their high score of 134, it's Alison and James. However, you'll be back next time, and well, I'm sure you'll go much further then. But in the meantime, it's been lovely having you on. Thank you so much for playing, Alison and James. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Well done, everyone. We made it through the history round. We're now down to three pairs. Nathan and Joe are low scorers in that round, so well done. Our category for round two today is tennis. Can you therefore decide who wants to go first, who wants to go second, and whoever is going first, please could they step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many women who have won 25 or more singles matches at Wimbledon in the Open era as they could. Richard?
Yeah, so from 1968, when the Open era began, all the way through to the 2019 tournament, the name of any woman who's won 25 or more singles matches.
Thank you very much indeed. So, Shalene.
Yes.
Shalene.
I don't really watch tennis.
Ah.
Which helps with these questions.
Ah.
I'll have to go Maria Sharapova.
Maria Sharapova says Shalene. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Maria Sharapova. It's right. Not bad at all. Look at that, down to 11. Really good.
Yeah, 46 wins for Maria Sharapova at Wimbledon. She won it for the first time in 2004 when she was 17 years old.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Nathan.
Yeah, tennis isn't my favourite of the sports, so it's a bit of a tricky one. 25 seems like a high number, so it's got to be someone who's, relatively successful. Steffi Graf.
Steffi Graf, says Nathan. Let's see how many of our 100 said Steffi Graf. Definitely right. 11's the only score we have at the moment. Steffi Graf takes us down to 19. Not bad.
Yeah, Steffi Graf had 74 wins at Wimbledon, so easily clears the barrier. 22 Grand Slam titles. She won the Golden Slam, the only player ever to get a Golden Slam, which is all 4 Grand Slam events and the Olympics in the same year.
Oh, I see. The Grand Slam, the Golden Grand. I see. Sorry, yes. Got it. Thank you.
That's OK.
Now, Chris, what are you going to go for?
I've got a risky one and I've got a kind of a safe one. Looking at the other scores.
Why are you even contemplating the safe one?
Yeah.
Come on,
All right, I'll
Chris,
go for the risky
come
one.
on.
I'll
You'll
go
be
for,
back next time if you go
Actually,
out.
no, I'll go safe. Lindsay Davenport.
Lindsay Davenport, says Chris. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Lindsay Davenport. It's right. It's a good answer. Look at that. It goes down to 3. 3 for Lindsay Davenport.
That's a good one. Yeah, looking forward to your unsafe answer as well. 49 wins for Lindsay Davenport. She won it in '99, finalist in 2000 and 2005 as well.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're just about to come back down the line. Well done, Chris and Kayla. Low scorers, high scorers, Nathan and Joe. So, yes, as I say, we're coming back down the line. So will the second players please step up to the podium? Now then, Kayla, remember, we're looking for the name of any woman who's won 25 or more singles matches at Wimbledon.
Again, tennis. Don't watch it. Never watched it. Not interested in it.
Oh, Kayla.
I know.
Okay, and yet Chris.
I know.
And that wasn't even his fancy pants answer.
I've got a risky one and an even riskier one. So I'll just go for the risky one. Anna Kournikova.
Anna Kournikova, says Kayla. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Anna Kournikova? Let's find out. Oh, no, bad luck, Kayla. That's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 103.
Yeah, promised a lot more than she delivered, Anna Kournikova. She's very famous, but won very little.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Joe, that's opened things up a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
83 or less keeps you in the game.
I don't have a wide range of knowledge of women who have won 25 or more singles matches at Wimbledon in the Open era. I will take a leaf out of Nathan's book and go for a slightly older tennis player who maybe is not so popular. I'm going to say Billie Jean King.
Billie Jean King, says Joe. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Here's your red line. It's right, and it gets you through. Down it goes to 11. Well done. Nice round total of 30.
Yeah, 65 wins for Billie Jean King in the Open era, 95 if you include the pre-Open era as well.
The closed era.
The closed era, yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Carolyn. Carolyn, you have to score 91 or less.
I know. Shalene's put me on the spot now. I'm going for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario.
Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Here is your red line. It's right. You're through. And that goes down to 1. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 12.
What a lovely end to the round, Caroline. Well played, yeah. 41 wins for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, the Spaniard. I'll tell you some low scorers before we do the pointless answers. You would have got 2 points for Angelique Kerber, for Marion Bartley, for Monica Seles, and for Margaret Court. You would have got 1, as well as for Sanchez Vicario, for Caroline Wozniacki, Conchita Martinez, Gabriela Sabatini, Justin Enan, Kim Clijsters, and Victoria Azarenka. They would all scored you 1. But let's take a look at the pointless answers, or a few of them anyway. You could have had Agnieszka Radwanska. You could have had Amelie Mauresmo, Hannah Mandlikova. More names on the list than you would think. Helena Sukova, Jennifer Capriati, Pam Shriver, a pointless answer. You could have said Petra Kvitova, Sabine Lisicki, and Svetlana Kuznetsova as well. A few other answers. Dementieva was a pointless answer. Laurie McNeil, Mary Jo Fernandez, Natalie Tauzier was a pointless answer. Natasha Zvereva, Rosie Casals, Wendy Turnbull, Zina Garrison. All of those were pointless answers. Top 3 scorers, Navratilova, who had 120 wins at Wimbledon, Navratilova. She would have scored 25. Venus Williams would have scored you 52, and Serena Williams 63.
Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our second round, we have to say goodbye to another pair, and I'm afraid Kayla and Chris, well, it's been a tale of extremes for you, I'm afraid, hasn't it? Second lowest score of the round and highest score of the round, I'm afraid. Anyway, you'll be back next time. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Kayla and Chris, meanwhile, thank you very much for playing. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Shalene and Carolyn, Nathan and Joe. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for today's jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But before we play for that, let's see if we can't swell the coffers a little bit with a little pointless bonus round. OK, here's how it goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many teachers and pupils at Hogwarts as they could. Richard.
Yeah, you know how this works by now. You're going to see 6 names on the board. 2 of those names are pointless answers, so they're correct, but no one named them. If you get one of them, we're going to just stick £250 in that jackpot. There's also, though, 2 incorrect answers up there. Can you spot the 2 pointless answers at home, and can you spot them in the studio?
OK, let's put our 6 possible teachers and pupils' names at Hogwarts up on the board. Here they come. Ethel Hallow, Parvati Patil, Professor Sinistra, Blaise Zabini, Professor Binns, and Professor Phobos. There we are. Shalene and Carolyn, you can go first. Do your chatting out loud if you like, because there's no harm in sharing your knowledge.
OK, well, definitely Professor Binns, definitely Blaise, definitely Pavarotti. I think definitely Professor Sinistra as well.
Which one's going to be?
I don't think Professor Binns. Blaise?
Blaise Zabini?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go for Blaise Zabini.
Blaise Zabini. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Is it pointless? It's right. That's the first criterion. And it's pointless. Very well done indeed. There's 250 quid right there. Nathan and Joe, it's over to you. Can you find the other pointless answer on that board?
Any ideas?
Yeah, I think Parvati Patil.
That's definitely correct,
And
yeah.
Professor Binns and Professor Sinistra, I think. So
Yeah.
I think...
Ethel Hallow's definitely not.
Yeah, and
And
Phobos I don't
not
think
heard
is
of.
either. So
Okay.
I think Sinistra will be the pointless one.
Which one's Binns?
Just sounds more easy to guess than Sinistra, so I think we should go for that one.
Yeah, we'll go for Professor Sinistra.
OK, Sinistra, you're going to go for. Let's see. Professor Sinistra, is that pointless? It's right. Can we go for double point? This will be the 3rd we've ever had. If it's the double pointless, and it is! Very well done indeed. Another £250. Very well played. Richard.
Well done, everybody. That's what we like to see. Did you get that at home? Congratulations if you did. It's nice when it's that obviously everyone knew their Harry Potter as well, but you still got to work out which scored points and which didn't. I think everyone here knows the 2 incorrect answers as well. Ethel Hallow is from the Worst Witch series, and Professor Phobos is a Marvel character. And so Parvati Patil and Professor Binns both scored points. There you go, 3 and 3.
Very well done. You found 2 pointless answers. That adds £500 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £1,500. But who will be playing for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. So the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Here comes your first head-to-head question, and it's all about wildlife found in the Cairngorms. Richard.
Yeah, 5 pictures now of wildlife you might find in the Cairngorms. We'll give you the initials as well, but can you name these things you're about to see, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Can you name these wildlife? Here they come. We have got A, C. B, T. C, P, F. D, S, C. and EPM. There we are. 5 things you might find in the Cairngorms. Shalene and Carolyn, you will go first.
Yeah, I think I know. We'll go for C, shall we?
Yeah.
Peregrine falcon for
You're
C.
going to say peregrine falcon for C. OK. Now, Nathan and Joe, do you fancy talking us through the rest of those items?
Not particularly. Have you got any ideas of any of those?
I don't know where the Cairngorms are or what they are.
That's a bad start then.
So D is something chaffinch, if I spelled that correctly.
Could it be like southern or something?
E, I don't know what it is.
A, I can't think of a word that long for A.
No. B, is it like something like Tinkerbell that fits? I don't know if that makes no sense at all.
If Tinkerbell fits, that could be it, because that could be...
No, someone laughed.
Let's go for D then. The southern chaffinch.
The southern
That
chaffinch.
famous bird.
The southern chaffinch in the Cairngorms. OK, so you've gone for peregrine falcon and southern chaffinch. Shalene and Carolyn went for peregrine falcon for C. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right, and it scores you 40. Now then, Nathan and Joe have gone for the southern chaffinch for D. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it if it is. Ooh, I'm afraid not a southern chaffinch, which means well done. Shalene and Carolyn, after one question, you are up 1-0.
Yeah, very well played. It fits beautifully, southern chaffinch. I always think on these rounds, try and fit words to it, and I thought it was a chaffinch as well. It's not a chaffinch.
Not a chaffinch.
Fits though, right? It's not southern either.
Scottish?
Scottish.
OK.
Imagine an angry man called William.
Crossbill.
Scottish
Crossbill.
crossbill.
Look at its bill.
Oh, yeah, it has got a little crossbill. There you go.
Yes.
So
that's
1 pointer
clever.
as well. Well done if
Love.
you got that. A, do you know A?
It's a capercaillie.
Capercaillie, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
If you look at it from behind, you can see it's got a full house.
Oh, nice. 8 points for capercaillie. I'm glad you got that because I was worried about pronouncing it. B, it's not a Tinkerbell. It's another lovely guess. That is a twin flower.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's
Very
a pointless answer, so very well done if you said that. And a very cute one, E, that is...
A pine martin.
Pine martin, yeah. Pine martin would have scored you 30.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, here comes your second question. Nathan and Joe, you have to win this one to stay in the game, so good
Yes.
luck. Our second question today is all about 3-letter body parts. Richard.
We are going to show you 5 definitions now for words which are also parts of the body. Each of them has 3 letters, but what are they, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 clues, and here they are. A section of a relay race, the calm region at the centre of a storm or hurricane, to tease in a good-natured way, the seed-bearing head of a cereal plant, and the base of a cliff, slope, or embankment. Here they are one more time. A section of a relay race, the calm region at the centre of a storm or hurricane, to tease in a good-natured way, the seed-bearing head of a cereal plant, the base of a cliff, slope, or embankment. There we are. Nathan and Joe will go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK.
We'll go for the base of a cliff, slope, or embankment, which is a lip.
A lip. Lip, say Nathan and Joe. Now, Shalene and Carolyn.
So, section of a relay race is a leg. The calm region at the centre of a storm is the eye. Not sure about the third one. And the seed-bearing head is an ear. So, what should we go for?
I can't think of any other 3-letter body parts.
We'll go for the leg relay race.
We have a leg of a relay race. OK, so we have lip from Nathan and Joe for base of a cliff, slope, or embankment. How many of our 100 said lip? Is it right? No, not lip, which means, Shalene and Carolyn, you merely have to be correct with leg for section of a relay race to win the point, and indeed the round. Leg is right. Very well done indeed. Down it goes. 46, but crucially it was right, which means Shalene and Carolyn, very well done. After only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final, 2-0.
Yeah, again, you had 2 very good attempts. Wrong answers. The lip, I guess, would be maybe the top of a cliff. You might call it this. This is not a word I've heard before, I have to say. This is not an expression I've heard before about the base of a cliff, slope or embankment. It's a toe.
No, never heard
8
that.
points, though. So 8 of 100 had heard of it. You are right about the hurricane. That is an eye. The eye of the hurricane would have scored you 78. You were right about the seed-bearing head of the plant. That is an ear. An ear would have scored you 30. And then when you didn't get to tease in a good-natured way...
Rib.
Rib. To rib. And that would have scored you 29. So toe is the best answer up there.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Nathan and Joe, I'm afraid it's you. But, yeah, anyway, listen, you'll be back next time. We'll look forward to seeing them. Meanwhile, thank you very much for playing Nathan and Joe. But for Shalene and Carolyn, it is now time for our Pointless Fight. Congratulations, Shalene and Carolyn. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,500. There we are. Well, very well done. Finally, we got you here to the final. 2-0 in the head-to-head as well. No arguing with that.
Luck, I feel.
What do you want to see come up in this last round?
Formula One would be excellent.
OK.
Yeah, literature, maybe.
Literature, film and TV,
Yeah.
history, maybe.
These all sound like perfect sort of final round categories. They come up from time to time. Let's hope on our board of 4 there's something you quite like the look of. Today we've got for you Motown acts, the year 1962, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the London Marathon.
62 is a bit early for you, isn't it?
It's the year my mum was
think.
born, which doesn't massively
I
help.
know very little about Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I know she wrote Killing Eve, but
Whatever you think. Whatever you...
we'll go Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Richard.
Okay, very best of luck. This would be some people's absolute dream category. We're looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for anyone credited with acting on at least one episode of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Fleabag. We're looking for anyone who appeared in at least one episode of her BBC TV drama Killing Eve, or we're looking for any of her co-stars, so anyone else credited with appearing in the film Solo, a Star Wars story. So, according to IMDb, anyone who appeared in Fleabag, Killing Eve, or Solo, a Star Wars story. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. As always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. We just need 1 pointless answer to win the jackpot. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Okay. So I know Emile Hirsch, I think, was in Solo. Emilia Clarke.
I didn't
they're
see
the,
it.
They're
I
the
didn't
big
see
stars.
it.
I didn't watch it. Sandra Oh, Jodie Comer. I don't think who else I've seen in it.
Who was the boss in Killing Eve?
Who?
You know, we were talking about her earlier on.
I know.
Oh.
I think there was Sian Crawford, possibly in Fleabag, and Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the guy that was in The Bridge, who was also in Killing Eve, and I cannot remember his name.
No.
Kim Bodea. Bodea. I know he's in it. Carolyn Shaw, possibly. That could be the name of the character, to be honest. I'm not
Could be.
entirely sure. We'll go with
10 seconds left.
We'll go with Kim.
Yeah.
Bodea.
Yeah.
Neil Hirsch.
Yeah.
And Olivia Colman.
OK, that, I'm afraid, is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. And if you could say which category you're answering in each case.
Olivia Colman in Fleabag.
Olivia Colman,
Emile Hirsch in Solo.
Emile Hirsch,
And Kim Bodnia.
Kim Bodnia.
Yeah.
OK.
In Killing Eve.
In Killing Eve. OK, so of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Probably Kim, if
Kim
I pronounced
Bodnia.
it correctly.
OK. Least likely to be pointless?
Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, then Emile Hirsch goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Olivia Colman, Emile Hirsch, and Kim Bodnia. There we are, 3 answers on the board. If one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, what would you like to do with it? 1,500 quid, Shalene.
Holiday, probably, and some shoes.
Holiday and shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe go on holiday
does
to
a girl
somewhere where
ask
they
for?
make lovely shoes. Buy the shoes
Italy.
there.
I'll go back to Italy.
There we go. Done. Carolyn, what about you?
Yeah, probably put it towards a holiday too.
Very good. OK, well, best of luck. 3 answers. Let's hope one of these brings home the bacon for you. Olivia Colman, because your first answer, in this case, we were looking for anyone who starred in Fleabag. If Olivia Colman is pointless, you leave here with £1,500. How many people said Olivia Colman? That's right. Let's just see how far down the column we get with Olivia Colman. If it's pointless, £1,500 is yours. Down we go into the teens with Olivia Colman to 13. OK, there we are. Not a pointless answer. So we turn to your second answer, Emile Hirsch. In this case, we were looking for any co-stars of Phoebe Waller-Bridge in Solo, a Star Wars story. If Emile Hirsch is pointless again, you'll win that jackpot of £1,500. How many people said it? Emile Hirsch. No! Bad luck. Not Emile Hirsch. OK, everything is now riding on Kim Bodnia. This is somebody from the cast of Killing Eve. Again, if it's right and pointless, £1,500 will be yours. How many people said Kim Bodnia? Is it pointless? It's right. Your first answer was Olivia Colman, took us all the way down to 13. Your second answer, Emile Hirsch, turned out to be incorrect. Kim Bodnia takes us down, passing 13 into single figures, still going down with Kim Bodnia to 3. Ooh. Well, 2 very good answers there. So I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you take off today's trophy with you, so very, very well done for that.
Yeah, it's a very good effort. The name of the boss you were trying to think of was Fiona Shaw.
Yeah.
Now, Fiona Shaw would have scored you 9 points for Killing Eve.
Okay.
However, for Fleabag, she was a pointless answer because she's in that as well as a counsellor. Let's take a look at a few of those. There's Fiona Shaw, top of the list. The wonderful Jamie Demetriou, also from Stath Let's Flats, who was a pointless answer. Jenny Rainsford, Ray Fearon, who was in Corrie for a long time. He plays hot misogynist in Fleabag. Top scorers there were Olivia Colman, Andrew Scott, Bill Patterson, Brett Gelman and Hugh Dennis. Kristen Scott Thomas as well. Let's take a look, shall we, at the cast of Killing Eve. Some pointless answers here, some very well-known actors here. Barbara Flynn is a pointless answer. David Haig, who's in some early episodes of Killing Eve, is a pointless answer. Julian Barrett from Mighty Boosh, Owen McDonnell as well. The big scorers were Jodie Comer and Sandra Oh. They were the big scorers, and Fiona Shaw. Now, Star Wars, Solo, a Star Wars story. Clint Howard, the younger brother of Ron Howard, who directed the film. Ian Kenny, Kieran Shah, who we've had on Pointless Celebrities, who does all sorts of stunts in all sorts of these movies. And Ray Park, who plays Darth Maul as well in Star Wars movies. Very well done. If you said any of those top scorers there, Emilia Clarke, Donald Glover and Woody Harrelson. Very well done if you got a pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thank you, Shireen and Carolyn. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £2,500. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.